The Ministry of Food Processing Industry has launched the Pradhan Mantri Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises.
As you're aware, this state level upgradation plan from PMFME is to basically map, the gaps existing in the informal food processing sector. The government wants to formalize small and micro units to upgrade them with loan and kind of a subsidy support so that they emerge as enterprises. So in this regard, Government of Nagaland commissioned a study, and we from Transgraph Consulting Hyderabad, we did an extensive study, and we took a sample size of 440 in 11 districts, and all the districts secondary data was mapped, and primary research in terms of touch basing 440 respondents we did. Based on the respondents' feedback, we have analyzed the data correlating with secondary data and came up with critical suggestions where upgradation plan is required. The basic thing is, the require for infrastructure, upgradation of small machineries to a next scale level of machineries by any processing. Let us say SAGs who are making candies, SAGs who are into fish processing, SAGs who are into pickle processing, right? And the main flagship products of Nagaland like Naga chili, large cardamom, right? And these kind of products need to be value added, and they are famous for their originality, their organic nature, and these can be capitalized with tapping into the other markets, not only export markets, but across India. District wise, we have given specific suggestions in the plan, and today's stakeholder meeting, the objective was to have collective feedback from all the stakeholders across Nagaland so that these can be captured into the report, and the final plan will be submitted, and Commissioner can announce a final plan of implementation of SLUP in the state.
We hope that this SLUP study will be very beneficial, not just for this scheme also, but for other departments also in implementing their food policies also. Also, we have also at this stage we have completed the selection of products for each particular district. We are now at the stage of selection of beneficiaries, and hopefully we will have the first release of assistance to the beneficiaries for the first stage by April. We hope to finish, and annually it will be a program. And hopefully we want to have more and more beneficiaries covered under this scheme. We are planning to come up with facilities for branding and packaging also. And we will be in touch with other departments also to take their inputs. So hopefully that we want this scheme to be not just based in one, not just the product of one department, but we want to involve as many departments as possible so that as many people are benefited.
So in the SWOT analysis, of all the 11 districts, it was mentioned that there are so many people, especially in the villages, in the rural areas, they're not aware of it. Self-awareness is lacking. So how do you manage to give publicity to rural areas where farmers they don't have much, they are not so used to the papers and all? How do you manage to catch hold of those farmers and give them beneficiaries?
So that is one of the issues that has currently come out. And as industry department, we also have our reach, but not as extensively as some other departments in the rural areas. So we are hopeful that our partner departments will also take this scheme in right earnest, and publicize it with their self-help groups and cooperative societies and individuals who are involved in this activity. I believe that there are a lot of already established self-help groups and cooperatives that may not have been covered also, but hopefully now with the feedback from these departments also, this gap will also be covered, and hopefully they will be giving, we are also depending on them to give wide publicity to this scheme also. So publicity is one of the main criteria for getting beneficiaries also enrolled under this scheme. So We will be giving publicity, but we need the assistance of our media partners also, our partner departments also, to give wide publicity to this scheme. Thank you.
While having a talk with Dr. Abdul a while ago, he mentioned that the state has a shortage in infrastructure. Then one of the main goals was to produce quality food with lab testing facilities and cold storages lack in the state. How will you go through this about in bringing products if there is a problem with testing labs and bringing out quality products?
This scheme also has provision for setting up incubation centers, and we want to establish incubation centers in as many districts as possible as per the scheme availability. But these incubation centers also will have facilities for cold storage and also for food testing centers also. So they'll have facilities for food testing. So we hope that these incubation centers will also take care of some of these problems. Of course, problems will still exist, like cold chain, having a cold chain, and also the reefer trucks that they call them, which is like refrigerated trucks. So here, entrepreneurs will have to come forward. I think scheme benefits are there, but entrepreneurs will also have to step forward and partner the department in taking care of some of these problems.